Hey, welcome everybody. I am Kevin Cochran, and this is Go Hills TV with you from the Fairway Meat and Grocery broadcast booth. Fairway, the best at fresh. This is the post-match interview, which is brought to you by Fairway Meat and Grocery, and I'm here with Cole Spree. And Cole, we had two wins tonight. You come out 2-0, one for the women's, one for the men's. Kind of a dominant performance on the women's side. Never lost a match. You only had one match go into the second period, 48-5. And the men's was a 29-15, which I believe that score is probably a little bit bigger than what the actual match itself was. Just we give our wrestlers, Scooter Coffee Wrestler of the Matches, we give it to Madison Liebernight for the women's, and actually we give it to Isaiah Gibbs, the 25-pounder for the men's side. Just give us your perspective on both duels tonight. What'd you see, and what have we got to do to get better come regionals?
You want everything to be perfect.
Doesn't happen, bud.
Doesn't happen that way. But, we haven't competed a lot. The women competed this weekend, and we had a lighter squad today and, gave some other girls some opportunities. But, the girls are starting to really click at the right time, as far as the wrestling aspect of things. They're starting to really put some pieces together. And overall, just dominating performance. I can't really pick a bad – I can't really pick anything that we didn't do well. We made some little match mistakes, like, we 155. Jasmine Garcia, she got a little impatient and forced a shot. Carla, in the exhibition match, we got to protect our legs. We can't just be walking into them. If they want to kind of, stay away, we got to stalk, keep our hands down. But overall, they were all pretty dominant. All of them looked really good. And, I just encouraging. We're starting to hit stride at the right time kind of thing. We're starting to see, and we noticed it as soon as we got back from Christmas break, just the confidence level in practice. It was like the first term we had all these younger girls, our younger freshmen and stuff that they were confused. We're teaching them, we're almost like information overload in the brain, and now it's all this stuff is starting to become natural, and they're just doing it by habit. And so overall, just awesome performance, and just great to see some of the stuff that we've been working on go into effect out there.
Well, nice stated. Not taking anything away from NIACC. It's their first-year program. It's your fourth-year program here fourth year here at Indian Hills, which I think just gives you a huge advantage, as we talked about on the broadcast.
Their second year.
Is it their second year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Anyway, but we started it first here at Indian Hills. You've had the opportunity to see it from the get-go on how this program, or the men's and women's programs, keeps growing, which is a great thing for the sport of wrestling. And as we talked about, just talk a little bit about maybe Eliana Bomarito. This is the first time we got to see her wrestle here at Centerville. She hasn't wrestled earlier because it's been Carla.
Yep.
But just to be able to give her that award, I said it's not very often that any team or college gets to give somebody an award for a world championship.
Yeah.
Just talk about the meaning of that, and what has she brought to the program?
A lot. Today we, for the last, month and a half, we've had some visitors. They're doing a little documentary on her, and just, her battle at the weight class and her battle as far as what she's done, accomplished, and just.
And that's going to be an HBO?
I don't know. We don't know where.
Yet? Okay.
It's something that they've got. They'll produce,
it's in the
and
works.
then they'll sell it. Yeah, it'll be pretty cool. And then, but as far as, I don't know how many junior college coaches can say they've coached a world champion, and I don't know how many college coaches altogether can. And, I don't care if it's regular or beach or whatever. I mean, when you're the best in the world at whatever you're doing, it's
not too bad.
It's a pretty tall feat.
Yeah, I said we're just pretty fortunate to get our program started. It was a advantage maybe that D1 didn't have 235. JUCO does, and she probably had several places she could have chose. But you did the right thing, and you got her here in Centerville, Iowa from Brighton, Michigan.
Yep.
And she's been a great asset.
Huge asset for us.
And I think it's helped build your program, and it's only going to be great for years to come. So
for sure.
Just a great individual, I guess, and deserves everything that she's gotten. Excited to see her win another national title here coming down.
Yep.
As long as she wrestles well.
Yep.
So let's talk about the men's side. 29-15. It was 20-15 through 184. Onsel got the big win there at 197 to take us up 23-15, and then not sure why the forfeit at 285, but at that point they were out of it. If Onsel doesn't win, then it comes down to the heavyweight match.
Yeah, and I'm going to assume that the forfeit is at this point in the year.
You don't
we
want
don't
anybody
need a
hurt.
whole lot of unnecessary stuff. Yeah, we need to stay healthy. We need to be able to practice. Even minor stuff right now hurts a lot. If all of a sudden you get something minor like an ankle and all of a sudden you're off the mat for a week or a week and a half, that's some very valuable practice time. Fine-tuning the stuff you do, cardio, all those things. So I'm guessing that's kind of the game he was playing there, and I don't fault him. It's a smart decision. But, yeah, overall, I'm happy with where we're at with the guys. I'm really happy. Are we making mistakes? Yes. But you got to remember we were in shambles about a month and a half ago. I didn't know if we were going to have some of these guys back, and, we've been plugging and placing and it's just been kind of a scramble. And, we've done some unconventional, like not normal stuff for us. I mean, this is only a second match this term for about half those guys that competed. We wrestled the Ellsworth duel and we wrestled this duel. We were supposed to go to open tournaments the last 2 weekends, and we just felt like it wasn't the best decision for us. We're young.
The weather hasn't been the greatest.
The weather hasn't been the greatest, but we're a young team that's really learning, and we just have felt that our best learning could happen in the room, and I really feel like it is. We lost a couple matches there at 49, Cordell White. The kid's a stud, and Ye showed that he belongs, and right to the end, we were there. You don't give up those two back, and all of a sudden it's a different match. And then, at 84, Ronald, he's a 74-pounder, but we're making him into an 84-pounder just because of some stuff that's happened injury-wise. And Jesse's ranked. Both those guys are going to be in contention to be All-American. And the kid at 84, we brought down to the end. If we don't give up the initial takedown and then get ridden out for 2.5 minutes, how tired does he get? He got to lay on us for 2.5 minutes, and we still gassed him out. And so it's just we've got a lot of really positive things happening, and that's the thing I got to remind myself is like progress. What did we see? Where did we see from before break to now? What did we see from now to, or from last week to this week? And I see a lot of progress, and I see a lot of commitment. And I'm just excited. We are going to go compete this weekend, and that'll be good. And I'm excited to see us compete again next week against Iowa Lake. So we're growing, we're getting better, and I'm excited about the next few weeks.
Well, and I know this lineup may not look like the exact lineup that you're going to have come regional time, but it looks like you got a lot of solid wrestlers up and down the lineup, which is always great to see. And the one thing I will give you kudos for, Cole, and sometimes this hurts me a little bit, but you said, we made a lot of mistakes, but I can tell you this guy right here, this coach, is great at teaching these kids how to grow from those mistakes, how you learn from those mistakes. And to me, it's what – I don't care if they won the match. They still probably made mistakes that they need to learn to grow from.
Absolutely.
And so I think we looked at your record. You're now 3-2 in the conference, and you're 5-2 overall, which, as I said, those records or those dual meet records really mean nothing as far as I'm concerned. It's where we finish in February.
That's in March 1st.
Or it is March 1st. March 1st.
Yep.
So, and it's right around the corner. It's not too far away. So keep plugging them away, Coach. Thank you very much. Nice job tonight. We appreciate it.
Yep.
And thanks to everybody listening to Go Hills TV. This is Kevin Cochran. We're going to be signing off the post-interview match brought to you by Fairway Meat and Grocery. Thanks for listening in. We'll see you next time.